Roki Sasaki of the Chiba. I don't even know how to say it. Chiba Latte. The Marines. Sasaki of the Marines. The dude is an absolute stud. This is another just incredible pitching prospect coming out of Japan. 100+ mile an hour pitcher. The dude has already got a World Baseball Classic under his belt. There was a time in the Japanese league he was like an out away from having 2 perfect games. Guy's amazing. Guy's got everything going for him. He is young. He is 22, 23 years old coming to the United States. An absolute just stud. He has immediately become probably the hottest prospect in baseball. The only catch to all this, though, it's gonna be $2.3 million basically, or something like that. It's gonna be like, it's basically, he is limited on the amount of money he can make. So what's really cool is every single team is in the running. James, what are you thinking of Sasaki? Have you watched some video on him?
I've seen plenty of video on him. You know, I'm big into the Japanese players at times. He's a great player. He's also very young. He throws very hard. He's a thrower. I don't know how much of a pitcher he is yet. And that scares me because you are asking a guy who throws 102 miles an hour, who is used to pitching every 6 days, to move to every 5 days. I have not seen enough to know if he is a pitcher or a thrower yet. That does scare me. There's a lot of teams that want him. I'd say every team in baseball that wants him. I know where I'd like to see him go. I know where my heart wants to see him go. And I know where he's going to end up going. So where do you want me to start? Where I want, where my heart says, or where he's going to go?
Okay. We know where you want him to go, right? Obviously, You want him to be a Met. That's just kind of like cheating, the cheat code there. But where do you think he'll go?
I think he's going to go to the Dodgers because he is an Ohtani fanboy, like I am.
Oh, is he? Is he 100% Ohtani fanboy? Or are we just assuming?
No. He said he wouldn't mind playing with Ohtani. The Dodgers are the favorite to get him, and if they do get him, then they have the opportunity to have a 6-man rotation.
They do have a chance of that. So that's an interesting thing to me. So Shohei Ohtani, okay? Shohei Ohtani was 42-17 when he came over with a 2.55 ERA. So that's 92 games. When you're looking at Sasaki, he's only got 69 games. Hey, Mr. 69 right here. 69 games, 30-15, 2 ERA. So the numbers are actually pretty interesting on that. 524 strikeouts. Versus 651 for Ohtani. So basically, Ohtani and him are both, he's like 1 season less, but like on average, he's got more strikeouts. So it's really kind of an interesting comparison, or about the same on average strikeouts. It's an interesting comparison. He is a pitcher only, so that's obviously different.
What's wrong with this guy? Come on. What are you doing?
Right,
only a pitcher. You get him back. Over.
At least if you want to be Ohtani, be Ohtani. But it's pretty cool what this guy is capable of, and it's pretty amazing. He's a great pitcher. But he only made 18 starts last year, right? So it's one of those things like Ohtani made 24, 23, 22, 21. He made 18 starts last year, and that is his. He made 21 year before, or sorry, 20. Is that 20 in 1 year before? And so it's one of those things that is always interesting when it's so few starts and you're coming here and we want 28 starts, we want 30 starts, 32 starts, that type of thing. And so it's really interesting, and I wonder if he's young enough we can adjust him to that 5-day rotation, all of that. And I think it's really interesting. Again, I said this before, every team is in on him. So this is the best prospect out there, the highest rated basically free agent out there. And he's available to everybody, which is so cool. It doesn't matter who you are. So like everybody can make a bid and say, hey, we're the best place for you. It's just, can you imagine in any world coming from Japan and you got Yamamoto and you got Ohtani sitting at a table saying, hey, come on out to a game. They come to dinner with us. Let's talk to you about the Dodgers. And they just coming off a World Series title where Yamamoto didn't even have like a great season, and Ohtani obviously is all world. Like, is there any world where that doesn't happen? Like, how do you not just announce it just like right now before they've even talked?
Well, there is a team that I'd really, really like to see him go to that's not the New York Mets. How would you like to see him go to your old team, the Seattle Mariners?
Oh, I'd love it.
I
would
mean,
absolutely love it.
you have the tradition with Ichiro over there. They're a West Coast team, which is closer to Japan. Maybe he doesn't want to be in the shadow of Yamamoto and Shohei. That could be a real possibility. There is something brewing, though, and I want to mention this right now. There is a problem brewing, because if every Japanese player is going to start picking West Coast teams, that's going to be a big problem in the future.
Nope, not a problem. That's part of the game, man. That's part of the gig. If you don't like it, be better, right? If you don't like it, start making better bids, getting guys. Any one of those teams could have gotten Ohtani as a free agent. Any one of those teams could have gotten Yamamoto, but they didn't.
But
so
they
that
want to
to me,
be.
it's a competitive advantage. And Seattle though has a lot more history than Ichiro. A lot more history than Ichiro. Kenji Jojima was there. Kazuhiro Sasaki, one of the best closers in baseball when he was there. So they have a long-standing history with Japanese-born players.